take your work seriously, but don't take yourself too seriously. I think it's some great advice. They're the wise words from Clint Eastwood. And if you're old enough like me to remember that movie he was in, Any Which Way But Loose, with that beautiful chimp, he was a far different character then in those movies than he was in, you know, kind of the Dirty Harry, Come On Make My Day. I often use actors and songs and musicians because they're storytellers, and sometimes the most powerful life lessons are easier delivered through a movie or a song or a story. And the word serious, which is today's word vitamin, is kind of a word that I suppose we've got to pick our battles with what we need to be serious about and what is kind of an overreaction to be serious about. You know, and I think, as I said, you know, he says, you know, take your work seriously, but don't take yourself too seriously. Our ego can get caught up in being invested in seriousness and self-importance and self-righteousness. And in some situations, I always kind of believe that if you can find humour in a serious situation, the heart always then wins over the ego. And sometimes even when it is serious, when things are very sad, or again, Still Magnolias. I don't know if you remember, there was a scene where Sally Field and Olympia Dukakis and Shirley MacLaine, they're burying her child. And in that, it's such a serious, solemn moment, but in that the women kind of find a way to find a laugh, and laughter through tears. You know, the heart breaks and the heart opens. Look, I've just gone through a very serious few days with some very dear friends who have had their daughter take their life, and it's just been so heartbreakingly sad for that whole family, you know, even though they're separated. The biological mother, the biological father, the stepmother, the stepfather, just seriously heartbreaking. And I suppose this word kind of came up on my radar, and you know, certainly there are some things that we don't make light of. But at the end of it all, you know, one thing, if we can massage beauty and the humorous memories and the things to be grateful for, in those times of seriousness, it can really help lighten the heart's grief. And animals and kids are really good at doing that, you know. And I also, if you get a chance to read the word vitamin, have mentioned, you know, you've probably heard that little catchphrase. It doesn't matter how serious, big or cranky you are when a 2-year-old hands you a toy phone, you answer it and say hello, or they hand you a little teacup with pretend tea, and you sit there and go, very nice. And children remind us to play and to connect and to look for the loveliness, and not to get too serious. And again, getting back to Clint Eastwood, I think that chimp in that movie, I know it's just a Hollywood story, but nonetheless, animals just kind of have a way of cutting through the seriousness of human life and bringing joy and love. And I know it doesn't matter how hard my day is. When I walk up my stairs, I've got a 48-kilo German Shepherd called Max, and it doesn't matter how cranky I am or how annoyed I am, he is always happy to see me and to be playful and to greet me. So keeping a playful, happy heart even in the midst of serious situations, and trying to look for light and gentle humour, is a rare and a fine skill, and may we all get better at doing that. Hope some of that was useful. Mwah. Lots of love. I'll be back tomorrow. Bye.